Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. Today is Super Tuesday, and thousands of people across the country will cast their ballots today. But here in Michigan, we still have 1 week until the primary, and there are some new things that you should know. Joining us now is Saginaw County Treasurer Tim Novak. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. So we're not just voting in a presidential primary this year. What local causes should we focus on?
Yeah, so you really want to be careful. There's a lot of local causes. So the county has millages that they're asking for to be re-upped, and there's a new one on there. So from the parks to MSU Extension to the Dow Event Center, some important ones. You'll notice there's a lot of school millages. There's a few of those.
So you really need to do some research before you.
Yeah, you know, there's some road millages and things. So you really have to look at what your township, city, or village is offering up on the ballot for next Tuesday.
Okay, and so what is new for absentee voters this election cycle?
So for absentee voters, there's no reason absentee now. So you don't have to say, hey, I'm going to be out of town, or I'm taking care of a sick relative. So you can just go in to your local clerk and just ask for an absentee ballot right up until the time of the election. So it's something you can just it's much more user friendly. Sure. Probably more 21st century.
Okay.
You know, really to allow folks to, you know, if you want to go into your clerk's office, get the ballot, bring it home, and then
that's convenient
handle
for a lot
it there,
of folks,
and then you can kind of take your time and go through the ballot. There's some time left if you'd like to, you want them, they can mail it to you if you so choose, but you can also just pick it up.
Now, for those of us who are actually going into the polls next week, what's new?
So what's new next week? So one thing to consider, we're talking about the presidential primary.
Yes.
So typically what we might have been had in the past, where we had an open primary, where you didn't have to declare a political party, for instance, and that's really always a sensitive subject.
Yes, it is.
So Michigan this year is a closed primary. So you're going to have to declare, not necessarily declare a party, but you're going to have to choose the ballot of what you're going to use. Your choices will be the Democratic Party ballot, a Republican Party ballot, or a ballot without a presidential primary.
Oh, it's right there on your screen.
It's right there on the screen. So that's the first thing you'll see. You fill out your application to vote. You'll have to check one of those options, where before all three sets of candidates or all three choices were all on the same ballot. Now we have 3 separate ballots for you to choose one. You can only get to choose one. Doesn't make you a member of that party. Doesn't make it. So I don't want anybody to be fearful of that.
Right.
It just, you're going to pick this time. You have to pick which one you're going to vote in this time, and it doesn't hold you to anything in the future. Okay,
this is a question that a lot of people have. What should we do if we already voted and our candidate actually dropped out?
Yes, it's a big one, and so what happens? So now what? Or maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I voted ahead of time absentee, and I made a mistake where my candidate's dropped out. Just go to your local clerk. Let them know that you would like to spoil your ballot, which is essentially to replace your ballot.
Okay.
So they'll get rid of the old one, replace it with the new one. You can take it home if you want. What they're suggesting was such a narrow time that you don't get it mailed in. You can just fill it out right there, or you can take it home and come back and forth once again. But if you've made a mistake, or if, once again, the really big one is if you voted for somebody that's not on the ballot anymore, go to your local clerk and ask to have it exchanged. These ballots were approved in December and printed in January. So there's candidates on there that not just of the recent ones that we're aware of. You go all the way back.
You probably forgot about some.
That you forgot about. So there's quite a list on there that you'll see, and because they don't reprint them right ahead of time.
Okay, Tim, we have to know this also. So where can we go for election results? Where can we see the results?
So election results. So Saginaw, Isabella, Midland, and Gratiot counties are all part of a new one. It's called electionreporting.com. So those counties, and we're hoping that in the future, since this is new, we're going to get some of our neighboring counties around us.
Yes.
But electionreporting.com is the place to go for the most recent, up-to-date results when they get posted. So when you're at home next week and you're sitting down, you're like me, and you're kind of you get excited for this stuff.
All this political stuff.
Yeah. So that's where you'll want to check in there. Electionreporting.com. It's a new format for us to see from and check, and that's where those local clerks and those counties will be sending their information.
Great information, Tim. Again, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, this is a highlight of my week.
I hope everyone's taking notes on electionreporting.com.
Electionreporting.com. Next Tuesday. Michigan primary.
Thank you, Tim. And just a reminder, every vote counts, so get out and vote. If you have any questions you'd like to ask the county, just send them to WNEM at WNEM.com.